the house at the best possible price in the best possible terms. Both of those things need to be looked at carefully, and if you're using an agent that you're asking them about artificial intelligence and they look at you like a deer caught in the headlights, well, maybe you need to reevaluate. Now, I wanted to look at a few things here. Let me run down to the notes that I had put together with regard to days on market timeframes, because this is where the changes are starting to take place and something that you might want to be aware of. So is it taking longer to sell residential real estate? And I tracked back a couple years. So we looked at January month over month, and then we looked at February, March, April, and this is going to track back, and they definitely are. They are selling to sell in this months, both 2023 and 2024. So we have 20 to 37 day median days to sell properties. We see that changing up from anywhere from 10 to 15 days, as we saw in the last couple of years. During those same blocks of time, January through April, now we're going to see that the market is starting to shift a little bit, being more favorable to real estate buyers out there because of the time frames in these properties sitting on the market a little bit longer before they actually get sold. By no means is this a very traditional market as we saw year over year in years past, backing up 10, 12 years. It is not that type of market where it's taking months and months and months to sell real estate. Still, with the time frames less than a month to get properties into escrow, depending on prices, that's still very much an advantage to real estate sellers out there. But if the trend continues, we start getting more and more inventory, we're going to see the market start to level out, and then those core prices that I spoke about at the beginning of the video, those core prices will be impacted. So we will start seeing price reductions if we continue to get more inventory and we still have a buyer drive that starts to slow down a little bit. The other thing is the Fed. The president, of course, wants the Fed to drop that rate, and if that happened 100%, it would kick off a real estate cycle like we probably saw, like we'd see 2 years ago, probably very similar to that, where we would have properties sitting on the market. We would have prices increase, and we would have a lot more buyers entering into the market. That's if those rates got into the 4s. Then we would see a massive refinance boom and everything else. But the Fed, they're holding steady. He doesn't want to change nothing, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But mark my words, if you're a real estate buyer out there and something happens and he gets triggered and he does reduce that overall 10-year bond rate that's going to correspond to real estate mortgage prices, you're going to see that rate lessen, and then you're going to see the market kick off dynamically because people are panicked over tariffs, over a lot of different things. Maybe you should